Alright, so let's go ahead and do some additional examples, practicing solving radical, rational, and higher order polynomials. So, number one, provide the missing information to solve the cube root of 2x plus 4 equals 5. Raise both sides of the equation to the third power. So if I want to solve number 2, I need to square both sides. That gives me y equals 16. And then I need to check it. If I take the square root of 16, that's 4. 4 does equals 4, so that checks. So that one's good. Here I need to square both sides. So that gives me z plus 9 equals 4. I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. That gives me z equals negative 5. Well, let's check it. If I plug back in here, negative 5 plus 9 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. So that does check. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Now we're getting problems that are a little bit more complicated. So I want to subtract 14 from both sides. That's a negative 10. My next step is to square both sides. So looking at this is 4x plus 5. Negative 10 squared is 100. And now we're going to solve for x. I'm going to go ahead and take away 5 from both sides. And then divide by 4. Okay, so let's do the check. We're going to need to do, let's actually write out the check for this one. This is a little bit more complicated. So you can do this on your calculator very quickly, or the 4's divide out. Oh, sorry about that. So I'm just rewriting this problem, plugging in 95 over 4. And we can do this on our calculator, or we can do it by hand. Let's see if we can do it by hand. The 4's divide out. That'll give me 95 plus 5 is 100. Square root of 100 is 10. Plus 14 is 24. So you get 24 equals 4, and that would be false. So that means this problem has no solution. All right, let's try this next one. Here I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides, so that gives me the 4th root of m equals 2. And now I want to raise those sides to the 4th power. So that'd be m equals 16. And again, let's do the check. Let's just write it out. And just for practice, we're going to do that on our calculator. So I'm going to type in 4, second caret key. 4 should slide up. 16. Hit my right arrow key to get out. plus 7. And I do get 9, which is equal to 9, so it does check. So my solution is 16. All right, let's try number 6. Here I just want to go and raise both sides to the 5th power. So we get 6z plus 7 equals 3z plus 16. So let's solve for z. I'm going to subtract 3z from both sides and subtract 7 from both sides. That gives us 3z equals 9. Divide both sides by 3, get z equals 3. Now it's an odd index, so we shouldn't have to check it, but let's check it anyway. 6 times 3 is 18. 18 plus 7 is 25, so that's the 5th root of 25. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 16 is 25, so that's also the 5th root of 25, so it does check. So my answer will be 3. Let's see if I can write a better 3. All right, let's try this next one. So here I need to square both sides. So it's an even root here, so I'm raising to an even power, so I am going to need to do a check on this. So here we're going to get 18x plus 34. And then you need to FOIL out this other side. Take x plus 5 times x plus 5, FOIL and combine like terms. I'm assuming at this point you can do that. And that will give you x squared plus 10x plus 25 when you do that. So I need to get 0 on one side. Excuse me. I'm going to subtract 18x and 34 from both sides. So that gives me 0 equals x squared minus 8x minus 9. And then we should be able to factor that. In fact, if we look at negative 9, it'd be negative 9 times 1. So we can actually factor that pretty quickly. X plus 1 times x minus 9. We'll set each of these equal to 0 and solve. So for this first one, subtract 1 both sides, we get x equals negative 1. Here we get x equals positive 9. Now, we do need to do the checks. So let me first check x equals negative 1. So I'm going to go back to my original equation. And I'm going to plug in that negative 1. Well, that's a negative 18 plus 34 is 16. Square root of 16 is 4. Negative 1 plus 5 is 4. So that first one checks. All right, let's try the 9. Just always remember to go back to your original equation. All right, the numbers are getting kind of big there, so let me whip out the calculator real quick. 18 times 9 plus 34 is 196. Square root of 196, 14. So we get 14 on this side and 14 on the other side. So that also checks. So here both of them check. So we'll keep both of those as our answers. All right, now moving over to this section. We got everyone's favorite, solving rational equations. So again, here we're going to get the LCD. So my LCD for this first one, well, the x2 for, well, LCD of 2 and 4 is going to be 4. So my LCD for all of them is going to be 4x. And I just want to note here, x cannot be equal to 0. All right, so let's go ahead and multiply both sides by the LCD. All right, so this first one, the x's are going to divide out. That's just going to leave me with a 4. Second one, 2 goes in the 4 twice. So we get 5 times 2x. And here the 4's divide out, so I'll get 5x. Now working on this one, that's going to give me 4 equals 10x plus 5x. That's 4 equals 15x. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to divide both sides by 15. So that gives us 4/15. And that does not equal 0. Now again, if I wanted to check this, I would do this on a calculator. So if I do my fraction key 1, I'm going to do a fraction key down here too. 4/15. So that's 15/4 on the left side. And then I'm going to do 5/2 plus 5/4. Gives me the same thing. So that's how we would check it. Now, on this one, again, I'm looking at for my LCD, I don't have any variables in the denominator, so I actually don't have any restrictions. But looking at 10 and 15, the LCD would be 30. So we're going to go ahead and multiply every term on both sides by that 30. So looking at this one, 15 goes into 30 twice, so that gives me a 2m. 5 goes into 30 6 times. And then 10 goes to 33 times. All right, the stripping is a little bit weird here, so let's rewrite this. Let me put the 6 in front of the m minus 8 and put the 3 in front of the m plus 2, just so it's a little easier to work with. So we're going to distribute. Make sure you distribute it there, that negative with both terms. So that's going to be a negative 6m. Negative times negative is a positive 48. Distribute 3, that's 3m plus 6. Combining 2 minus 6 is negative 4m. So that's a negative 4m plus 48 equals 3m plus 6. So then I'm going to go ahead, let's go ahead and add 4m to both sides. And I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. So that gives me 42 equals 7m. And then we're going to divide by 7. So let's see if we can check this. So we plug in my 6. So let's do the left side. 6 over 15. Subtract 6 minus 8 over 5. So that side is 4 over 5. Now to the other side. We have 6 plus 2 over 10. It checks. We get the same number on both sides. So 6 is our solution.